want to walk you guys through the journey to becoming a millionaire. So I called Cole, who was my business partner, and I was like, dude, I think I want to fold the business. I had $500 in my bank, and at that point, I was like, I either need to make money or I'm fucked. Yo, welcome to Young and Ambitious. If you're getting value from the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications. Let's go. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy B Mark Fit, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I became a millionaire at 30 years old. But before I do that, I want to show you guys the Christmas decor because, dude, we are on point. We're on fleek. So we had our family come over the other day, and we've got our freaking little advent calendars here, super cute. We got our Christmas trees and everything like that. We got our freaking fireplace all set up now with stockings. Look at this too. This is actually like the cutest thing ever. Got our little table, look at just like that. Okay guys, so let's talk. And I wanna walk you guys through the journey to becoming a millionaire. And I wanna take you guys way back. So we're gonna start at 23 years old. That's really like when the entrepreneurial journey started. I was working as a bartender in a restaurant, and I was doing a little bit of like online fitness coaching on the side. Like I was really passionate about fitness, but I didn't really know how to make a living from it. So I was doing a little bit of online fitness coaching on the side, and I was bartending. And basically like my journey started in entrepreneurship by, I was in shape and somebody came into my bar and asked me if I could do them a meal plan. And so I charged them $200. I did them up a 12-week meal plan, and that was the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey. So from that point, I started writing up meal plans for people, training plans, and I started selling them. And I didn't really have a lot of clients. I had like 3 to 5 clients that were paying me like $150 to $250 a month. So it was like a little bit of a side hustle. Plus I was bartending. I didn't really have any mentorship or guidance. And so at 23 years old, like I was one of the few people that was doing it. And so my entrepreneurial journey started by me having a full-time job and then having a little bit of a side hustle like that I'd work on for like 3 to 5 hours a day. So I'd post content 5 times a week. And if people would reach out to me, I would try to sell them, and I didn't really know how the fuck to sell. I was just kind of like trying to enroll people into my program. So that was at 23 years old. And then I saved up enough money with my bartending and my online coaching, which, online coaching, I was only making about $1,000 a month at the time, to book a trip to Bali, okay? So the trip to Bali was really where it all started. I was supposed to be going out to see like my partner at the time. We ended up going through like this big breakup. And so I flew out to Australia, tried to see my partner. It didn't work out. And I spent all the money that I had in savings, and I took a flight from Australia to Bali. I was in Bali, and I had $500 in my bank, and I had 3 weeks in Bali. And at that point, I was like, I either need to make money or I'm fucked. Okay, so we're in Bali, and I need to turn the alarm on so that nobody robs our house. So let me do that. Okay, so we're in Bali, and I have $500 in my bank, and I'm like, I've got 3 weeks left on the trip, and I'm like, if I don't make money, like I'm like legit like fucked, like I'm gonna die on the other side of the world. And so I remember I came up with this. It was called the 6-week summer shred. I charged $500 for it for a 6-week program, and I had like I think I had $1,000 cash prize at the end of it. I ended up signing 10 people up for the summer shred, and it worked out really well. Made $5K. I gave away $1,000, but like making $5,000 on that Bali trip like made me realize like, holy fuck, like if I can make $5,000 on the other side of the world, and I like don't have any access to like, I literally had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning so that I could call people at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because there was such a big time difference. I'm like, if I can do that from the other side of the world, like I can definitely do that back in Canada. And that is when I decided, I was like, I'm never, ever, 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 ever working for anybody else ever again. So once I came back to Canada from Bali, I was like, okay, so like I went back to my bar and I was like, I quit. I'm like, I don't want to work here anymore. Like I'm like, I just went to Bali and made a bunch of money, so like I'm just gonna try this entrepreneurial thing, and that's where it really all began. So at that point, I just came back and I just committed. I started tracking everything. So I tracked how many clients I had every month. I tracked my recurring revenue. I had this like little schedule, this little calendar that I had in my room where I would like schedule out my posts. I would schedule in my goals for the week, and I was like just tracking everything. And like every week I would know what my income was, and I would try to basically like grow my income every single month. And I was also competing at the time. So I was doing that, I was competing. I ended up winning my pro card, which like I didn't really get anything from it. Once I won my pro card and I realized that it wasn't gonna help me grow my business, I was like, hey, I just need to put the same intense focus into growing my business as I did just getting my pro card. So I focused on this like number, and this number was to get to like $10,000 a month. And I was like, if I can just get to $10,000 a month, like everything's gonna be good. My life is gonna be solved. Like I'm gonna feel amazing. And so I did it. So I just like got obsessed, tracked my income every single month, was posting, signing clients, posting, getting better at sales. And in October 2016 is when I hit my first $10,000 a month. The first time I hit $10,000 a month was like legitimately like the best feeling in the fucking world. I called my buddy Taylor Stroud and I was like, bro, we're getting fucked up tonight. And I called him and we went out to the bar, and I literally told Taylor, I'm like, get whatever the fuck you want. I'm like, we're going off. And we just went out to the bar. I literally spent like $1,000, and I was just like, I was just celebrating the fact that I was like, I can't believe I just hit $10,000 in a month. So from that point, I was at like 40 to 50 clients. I paid me $250 a month. And I didn't really know how to grow the business beyond that because I didn't really like know how to run a business. And so what I decided is I was like, I'm just gonna create other versions of me. And so I was like, I'm just gonna hire my friends and I'm gonna teach them how to do exactly what I'm doing, how to be an online coach, and then I'm gonna take a percentage of their income. And so I started hiring trainers and mentoring them and like taking a percentage of their income. So I would take like 20% of their income, and then I would teach them how to get to $10,000 a month. And so like I'd make like 2K, which honestly, if you think about it, that business model was stupid, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And so I ended up hiring and mentoring trainers over the course of the next couple of years. We built this big brand called Aesthetic Nation in Calgary. And from 2016 to 2018, I was online training, helping people with meal plans, training plans, accountability, etc. And then I was teaching my other online trainers how to do the same thing. And I was also building our team because I wanted to like have this like fucking movement. And so we had 7 trainers. Each one of us had between like 10 and 50 clients. Our business was making $54,000 a month in July 2018. At that point, I was like, okay, like I don't really think I can serve one-on-one coaching clients anymore because I still had like 50 clients. And all of my trainers had 10 to 30 clients to 50 clients. So I had to not only manage my own clients, but I had to manage my trainers who were managing their clients. And it was just a lot. And so in July 2018, I decided I was gonna fire all of my fitness clients and just be a mentor for trainers, like just be a mentor for my trainers. And so I basically became the CEO of the business. I was just mentoring trainers, and that was it. I guess the big problem with that was that like, again, my business model wasn't set up for success. Like I was only making 20% of what my trainers were making. And so I lost all of my own income, my own 10 to 15K a month, because I fired all my fitness clients and I was only making 20% of what my trainers were making. So like at the end of the day, like I wasn't really making a lot of money, even though the business was making like $50,000 a month. Like I personally, like me, myself, I was maybe making 10, if that. So I decided to start a side hustle. And the side hustle was PT Domination. And so what I thought, I was like, I'm just gonna mentor trainers how to build their businesses, but instead of taking a percentage of their income, I'm gonna charge them a fee for mentorship, and then they can keep all their money. And that's where PT Domination came from. I started PT Domination, which is my current business, and it fucking took off. Like it took off pretty fast. I started getting clients and my clients started getting results. So at first I was charging $5,000 for an 8-week program, and my wife, actually, who's holding the camera right now, say hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
Was one of my first ever clients. She hired me and she's like, help me build my business. And at the time she was working at Original Joe's, and she was working at her gym, and she was working a total of like 12 to 18 hours a day. And I was like, let's fucking build your online coaching business. So she paid me for mentorship. Me and her went to Bali together, and this was at this time, you guys, like she was just my client and I was just her coach. We went to Bali together, and I basically helped her build her business for 3 weeks in Bali. And how much did you end up making on that trip?
I think it was like 2 to 3K, which was insane for me. Like I'd never made a cent online.
So she made like $2,000 to $3,000. She launched this like booty building program.
Yeah.
Which ended up like crushing. She sold like 20, 30 girls. And then she came back to Kelowna, and I went back to Calgary, and I continued to build PT Domination, and her business like started to take off. And so obviously that was good for me because now I had this like testimonial, and I started sharing this testimonial for a business taking off and started attracting more clients. And so at this point, now I'm running PT Domination, and I have like 30 to 40 clients at PT Dom. And I have Aesthetic Nation, where I'm still mentoring the 7 trainers that have all their clients. But Aesthetic Nation isn't actually making me a lot of money because I like have set up a business model in a shitty way. So I have like PT Dom and Aesthetic Nation, and it was like May 2019 where like PT Dom was making like 20 to 30K a month. Aesthetic Nation was making about 30K a month, but again, I was making like 5K from that. So I like looked at Kirst, I was like, I think I'm gonna fucking fold my business. I'm like, I know I spent like 4 years building it, but I'm like not passionate about it anymore. So I called Cole, who was my business partner, and I was like, dude, I think I want to fold the business. And he was like a little bit taken aback because we'd spent so much time building it. But I was like, dude, like you can build your own thing. Like you can build Amarok Coaching, which by the way, that's where Amarok came from. I'm like, you can build your own thing. You can do your own thing. Like you're the CEO of your company. And I'm just gonna fucking like, I'm gonna build PT Dom. And like, he was still my business partner at PT Dom because he helped me with the initial investment in the mentor. I was like, I'm gonna build PT Dom. You can build Amarok. You can help me build PT Dom, and like that's it. So that's what we did. At May 2019, I folded Aesthetic Nation. So I'm no longer a fitness coach now, and I just am a business coach for PT Domination. So let's wrap it up for the car rant, and we'll continue this conversation back in the house. What's good, fam? Okay, so last time we talked about how I folded Aesthetic Nation. So when I folded Aesthetic Nation, basically what that gave me the ability to do is it gave me the ability to focus on PT Domination more. Aesthetic Nation got folded in like May 2019. And for the next few months, I was building PT Domination, just focusing on that 100%. And PT Dom actually got to the point where around June, July of 2019, I gave Cole a call, and I was like, dude, I'm like, I know you were doing Amarok Coaching, but I actually want you to not take any more fitness clients, and I want you to focus on PT Dom 100%. And like, there's just so many clients that like I could use your help, and I think that if we focus on together, we could really grow it. And so Cole stopped taking clients at that point for his fitness coaching clients, and he had his same roster, but he stopped accepting clients. And then we focused on PT Dom full time. At this point, I decided that I wanted to start a podcast. So that's where the Change Lives Make Money Online Trainer podcast came from. And if you guys haven't followed the podcast yet, I run a podcast for online fitness coaches. We've got over 500 episodes now. That started in September 2019. And once we started the podcast, like that really accelerated the growth of our coaching business. And the entire time I've been growing, PT Domination and Aesthetic Nation, my goal is to make $100,000 a month. And I was like, if I can make $100,000 a month, like my life would be fucking awesome. Like I'd be so happy, so excited. And in December 2019, we hit our first $100,000 month. It was amazing. It was the best feeling in the fucking world. Like I'd always wanted to hit $100,000 a month, and I almost set it as like this abstract goal, because when I hit 10K a month, I was like, if I can hit 10K, I can hit 100K. And I remember I would tell Kirst that I wanted to hit $100,000 a month, and she'd be like, you're crazy, like $100,000 a month, like you should set like a more realistic goal. And the reason she was saying that is because I kept setting the goal and I kept missing it, and I kept getting so mad that I kept missing it. But she basically was like, why don't you start setting like a $70,000 a month goal and then hit that, and then 80, and then hit that. And I actually ended up doing that. So 70, 80, 90, and then it was $100,000 a month in December 2019. So that was the first taste of like wealth. And I was like, oh, if I can do this once, I can do it again. So $100,000 a month, December 2019, and then we continued to grow. So the next phase of the business actually came when COVID, Corona Baloney came around. Because when Corona happened, essentially we were charging $5,000 for our online coaching program. It was $5,000 for a 12-week coaching program, and then it could continue month to month after that. But when COVID happened, all of a sudden we had all these personal trainers that were working in gyms that no longer had gym jobs because like the gym shut them down. And so I was getting a flood of people fucking messaging me, asking me for help. And our offer was $5,000. So many people were saying no because they couldn't afford it. So what we decided to do, me and the Christmas tree and Cole Da Silva decided we were gonna come up with the 10K Coaching Academy. So me and Cole got on a call, and it literally was like, bro, what's up? We talked, and we brainstormed this idea of the 10K Academy, and I was like, dude, let's fucking do it. I'm like, let's start it next month. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, yeah, let's do it. So like I got to work on my part on building the front end. He got to work on building the back end, and we built it in literally a fucking week. And we started selling it before it was actually ready, by the way. We literally started promoting it and started selling it before it was ready, which I tell my students, you need to sell before you're ready. So we started selling it before it was ready. We ended up doing a webinar. There was 150 people on it. We sold 20 people into the 10K Coaching Academy, and that was the start. And that was in May 2020. We went from selling a $5,000 coaching program to selling, at the time it was $300 a month for our coaching program. And our goal, our goal is still to be the best coaching program for the best price on the market. So we went from selling a $5,000 product to a $300 product. So obviously our income dipped significantly. So we were making around $150,000 in May 2020. And in June, July, I think we dipped down to like 70, 80, and then we got it back up to 90 because we were focusing on building our recurring income. So even though we were only selling like a $300 a month program, we were selling more of them because more people were saying yes because it was a lower price point. And so we came out with this offer, the 10K Coaching Academy. It was $300 a month, and our students started getting fucking crazy results because all of a sudden now we can start working with more students and we can start using our blueprints on them. And so I started keeping a running tally in my bio of how many students were hitting 10K a month because it was like 3 to 4 every single month. I just started getting students crazy results. Like it was like 40 students at 10K a month, then 50, then 60, then 70, then 80, then 90, then 100. And right now we're sitting at 185 students hitting $10,000 a month. So that being said, having all these students that are hitting $10,000 a month and us promoting that, all of a sudden now we started getting more and more people reaching out and being like, dude, like, what the fuck are you guys doing for online coaches that all these students are getting crazy results? Our clients started sending us referrals because think about it from our client's perspective, right? Like if you pay me $400 a month as, you know, for a business coach, and then I help you make $10,000 a month, like how fucking loyal are you, right? So our clients are like, dude, we fucking love you guys. So our clients started sending us clients and our reputation grew. And guys, like right now we have 1,200 students in our coaching program in the 10K Coaching Academy, and our program is $400 per month. So I will let you guys do some math. 1,200 times $400 a month. So right now we're making about $500,000 a month because obviously there's like, you know, some students paying full or whatever. So we're making about $500,000 a month, and I'm 30 years old, and that's how I became a millionaire. That's it. And I know that that's kind of like a simple story, but like that's literally how I became a millionaire. That's how I became a millionaire before I turned 30. And that's like the entire process. And so I'm gonna give you guys some life lessons because I really wanna make this video not just like, oh, look at me and all my fucking millionaire. I wanna give you guys some life lessons, okay? So life lesson number 1, burn the motherfucking boats. Now, I think that so many online coaches are like half in, half out. And just as people in general, and when it comes to life, is I think that so many people are half in, half out when it comes to their goals. And you really need to like burn the fucking boats. Like you really need to just decide like, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck is necessary to accomplish my goals. And I had to do that like twice. And so you remember when I told you guys I went to Bali? I had to burn the boats when I came back, and I went to my manager and I said, I do not wanna work here ever again. So that was me burning the boats. And the second time I had to burn the boats is when I folded Aesthetic Nation, which was making $30,000 a month. And I literally like let my clients have, or trainers have all the clients. And I said, I'm gonna go all in on PT Dom, even though I'm only making 20K a month right now, because I knew I wanna make this work. And so if you're listening to this right now and you're an online coach and you haven't burned the boats, like you're still working a part-time job, or you haven't hired a mentor yet because you're trying to do it on your own, like you haven't burned the boats and that's why you're not successful. So number 1 is burn the fucking boats. The second life lesson is the only thing that helps you grow a business is actually growing the fucking business. Now what I mean by that is like, I think that so many people think that they can get certifications, and if they get that certification, then that's gonna lead to them growing the coaching business. Or they think that, you know, if I do a bunch of competitions, like I had an IFBB pro DM me and he's like, hey man, I really need help growing my coaching business, because I thought that when I got my IFBB pro card that people were gonna reach out to me and ask me for help, but they didn't. And I still, like, I'm struggling for money. And so the only thing that like helps you grow a business is by focusing on growing the business, which means you have to learn sales, you gotta learn marketing, you gotta learn all this shit. And like, if you're not focusing on developing those skill sets, then you're gonna struggle, okay? The third and final life lesson that I'm gonna give you guys in this video is that anything is fucking possible. Like you guys, I'm gonna walk around my fucking house right now and I'm gonna show you guys, I live in this house, this is my kitchen, I'm 30 years old, I almost said 29, 30 years old. This is my fucking kitchen, this is my fucking house, it's 6,500 square feet. I'm 30 years old and I started out when I was 23, all right? Show you guys my view right here. It's my pool, I got a hot tub down in the balcony below. Show you guys a view from up top. Like this is my fucking house, you guys. Anything is fucking possible, all right? And so I want you guys to dream big and I want you guys to aim high, because really the sky is the limit. And if you're watching this and you're inspired, good. Like I wanna inspire you and I want this channel to be about chasing your dreams. And I want you guys to know that like, if I can do this shit, if I can do this, if I can go from 23 years old, bartending, you know, making like $2,000 to $3,000 a month to making $500,000 per month at 30 years old, then like what is stopping you, right? Like why can't you do that as well? So hopefully this video has inspired you to, you know, kind of like see the world a little bit differently. Hopefully this video has like kind of like given you the opportunity to kind of like see what it's like to, you know, just following the journey of my own kind of story. So I appreciate you so fucking much for watching this. If you got value from this, please maybe tell a friend about the channel. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. So the next video, I'm gonna be talking about something really fucking special. I've got an important announcement. It's been a secret for the last couple of weeks, but I'm gonna be announcing it on my next vlog, which is gonna be Thursday at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. PST. I am all over the place right now. So appreciate you so much for watching. And last thing I'm gonna say before I end this video is chase your fucking dreams. Let's go.